Because I work at a job training program in South Berkeley. You Spirit Artworks, check it out. Because I worked there, and I still work there 3 years. 3 years. I went from getting paid $150 a month to $600 a month. Because now I can make my own business, screen print my own T-shirts,
Gentlemen,
because of the knowledge and the things
I know
that I
it's a
got.
novel idea. Can I just ask you to move back this way? I'm really trying to open up the sidewalk.
We're not even on the sidewalk.
I just want to keep the pavement open. Just move back a little
That's
bit,
them,
please.
though. Wait, the pavement.
Just move back this way. There we go.
Let's move this way. You're not on the sidewalk. No, but there's other people on the sidewalk. So let's tell them to move. You know, I'm not gonna blame him for the reasons why I can't have my discussion. I'm just gonna have it somewhere else. All right. So I'm just trying to tell you is that no matter who you are, if you bleed like I bleed, you should get treated the same way. I should not have to go to a school and get taught white history all my life. I have not gotten taught black history.
So how many books do you have in your personal library?
Why are you making this personal? Wait. No, I'll answer his question.
Bro, why the fuck does it matter what he has in his library?
No. I have about 6, maybe 7 different books in my personal library. One is Andrew Carnegie. Does anybody know who that was?
Yes, we do. Think and Grow Rich. Did you read that book?
What'd you say?
Think and Grow Rich. Did you read that? Because he commissioned it.
I think I've heard of that book, but I have not read it yet.
Okay. So the problem here is when we're talking about history, we have to know all the facts. We can't just take one slanted view and then make a decision based on that. We have to. So when I talk to people here, I would be shocked if more than 5% of the people present could name 10 founders. And if I have someone who can name 10 founders, step forward.
Founders of what?
Of America.
Of America. Can somebody do that?
Name 10 founders.
10 founders.
We're in high school. 10 white founders?
Wait, name 10 founders?
10 founders. And why is this important? Because a lot of the founders, who's used Noah Webster's dictionary?
I have.
Webster's dictionary? Yeah.
Noah Webster was one of our founders. He had 9 kids, but the reason why Noah Webster was successful, no, he wasn't. They didn't
What does
have
it matter?
Mormons. But the reason why he was successful is a lot of the principles that we could learn from, but we're not doing today. A, he never watched television. B,
they didn't have TV. They didn't have TV.
But the average American today is watching.
When was TV's made? Not 17.
So the average American today watches TV 9 years out of their life, sees 200,000 cases of violence before they're 18 years old, sees 18,000 deaths, and you, as men, we're very visual, are sexualized out of our minds. So you're basically, your sex drive is just, and once your sex drive is activated, you're just So the second thing is so you have books, and then if we read 15 minutes a night.
And the TV's not going to change that. The media's not going to change that.
If we read 15 minutes a night, that's 5 free college educations in our lifetime. Because someone tell me what the biggest business in America is today.
But the biggest what?
It's student debt. It's colleges. Colleges are getting over on all of us.
Yeah,
You
you're
guys
not
are
wrong.
getting charged tons of money. Who can't read? Who does not have access to the library?
Black people.
Wait, you can't get a library card?
I can get a library card, but tell me why when I go into the library, I'm looked as if I'm not supposed to be there.
Every one of us could get ahead in life, and every one of us who is could go to the library. We all have equal opportunity.
We don't.
Wait.
We do have equal opportunity. You can't even.
We do start equal. We do start equal.
But you said
There's an exception. There's an exception. So the people who are born into families that do not have fathers, I admit there is a disadvantage right there.
And do you know why that is?
Why do people don't have fathers? Anyone ever force you to have sex?
What?
Anyone force you to have sex?
What are you talking about?
If no one forced you to have sex, then how does someone have sex?
What does me having sex have to do with black people?
Because the reason why people have kids outside of two parents is because they had sex when they weren't supposed to. True or false?
Why don't my little cousins and little...
When are we supposed to have sex?
You're supposed to wait till marriage. In 1940,
We supposed to wait? Ain't that a religious?
Wait, what does that wait, what does that to do with anything?
If we in America,
In 1940,
we not barred by religion.
Where we just talking about libraries?
Exactly, it always changes the subject. I know black kids all around the world don't have black father figures in their life. Why is that?
Tell me your stats. Remember you got stats on your cell phone? Tell me your stats.
But stats
Who forced anyone to have sex?
That's not
No one
So you never heard
of
the crack epidemic? You never heard of that?
And mass incarceration.
Anyone forced anyone to use drugs?
Yeah.
No one
Mass incarceration, crack, mass incarceration.
That's called a product. That's called being a product of your environment.
No, it's not. I'm not.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Just because I feed you.
Wait, back up, bro. Back up.
You don't think that a black man's trying to attack him?
Crack.
Back up. Hold on. You the white man straight. Pull out the Webster dictionary and start
100
reading
times
from
harder
it.
than
Hold
1
on
gram
now.
of cocaine.
I mean,
crack was primarily used in black
And
communities.
exactly.
Powder cocaine was primarily used in white communities. Crack was prosecuted 100 times harsher than 1 gram of cocaine. Why do you think that was?
Right,
You think
I
it's
mean-
just coincidence that
And
black
the
communities
crack doesn't
use
even
crack?
come from this country,
And
and we
then
don't have
and the white community right now. So I mean, drugs are all over. Drugs are
Yeah, we know drugs are all
Marijuana
over.
is legal.
Drugs are all over. Drugs are all over, but why are we getting arrested for it?
You're not in the circle. Shut up. We talking. You just interrupted us. You just
Wait, what was your fact, sir? What was your fact,
interrupted
sir?
us.
You just messed up our whole conversation. Get out of here.
Stop.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Step in, step in.
He's talking about drug classification.
Let him say what he wants.
Hold on, bro.
Let him
Hold on.
say what he wants
Hold on.
to.
We're not making any points by stepping over and arguing with people. Let's hear what he has to say, whether you like it or not. You want to be heard, so let's hear him as well. Respect is mutual.
Aristotle said an intelligent mind could have 2 ideas in their mind at one time and not reject either one. So that's the key to being intelligent, is you can take things and respond dispassionately. That means you don't emotionally go off every time you hear something you don't agree with. You have to be able to say, okay, you know what? I don't agree with that, but here's the reason why, and not just be like, beat someone up or something. You got to be able to do that.
Do you understand why it's so difficult to do that?
No, I do.
Every time we
Self-control.
speak up about shit, nothing's done.
Okay, but
Why do you
profanity
think
makes it
we're
worse.
like
Did
this
I use
now?
profanity at all? That's why I tell
Free
you don't
speech,
use it.
right?
Okay, but free speech does not apply to
Profanity
everybody.
doesn't mean anything. You should be able to listen to what people say.
If it is in Webster's dictionary, we can use it.
And you can call anything perversion. That's
No,
a social construct.
Profanity is something it has a perverse. I'm sorry? Who are you? My name's Ryan.
Hey, bro. Hey, somebody make that a meme. My name is
Common sense.
Which side? There is no wait. Which side? I don't care about common sense. That side or this side?
I have differences with all sides.
I hate all decisions.
So I just want to I'm not a party person. I'm just
I
like.
just don't agree. There you go.
I mean, we're not just going to say I believe everything this party says. No, sometimes the truth is not what that party. Sometimes I differ with the Republicans. I always differ from the Democrats, but that's that.
So wait. So where in the First Amendment does it say perverse speech is not protected?
So, okay, when you look at the First Amendment, you have to look at the lives of the people who did it. So George Washington, when you look at what he told his army, he
So then that's the same thing with slaves and look at the way they lived back then. Okay.
Yeah,
What I'm
because
saying is,
the
it takes
people who
self-control
wrote the
not to use
Declaration of
profanity, but I
Independence
think
weren't
everyone
black.
here is
They didn't incorporate
Any
anybody
other
except for the people at the rally.
Are you not here for a free speech?
That's what I'm saying.
But free speech
And we
has nothing to do
can't.
with perversion.
And you trying to tell
Even
us
Trump
not
has
to?
If you censor, okay, well the only logical
Trump has
argument.
that wrong too, so don't worry. I'm against him too on that. He shouldn't be person in his rallies either. So.
Did you?
Bro, why y'all?
Are you for
Okay, this is
separation
not
of
a
church and
social media rally.
Do you know the
This
letters
is
that were written?
a discussion.
What?
Do you know the letters that were written behind separation of church and state? No. So the Danbury Baptist Church was afraid that, because in Europe, before they came here, they had religious persecution. They killed each other over religion. So when they came here, the Danbury Baptists were like, you know what, Thomas Jefferson, please make sure that the government does not stop our religion. And Thomas Jefferson wrote back and said, there is a wall of separation between church and state. So what he said is that we have freedom of religion. We do not have freedom from religion. Huge difference.
But do you think there should be like, in God we trust on a dollar bill?
Absolutely, because America is the only nation on the face of the earth founded on the Judeo-Christian concept, period, end of story. That is why we are so great today.
Wait, so can you explain to me the difference between freedom of religion versus freedom from religion?
Sure. So freedom of religion says that you and I are free to practice our beliefs as long as they do not subvert the Constitution. Now, one religion, I'm not going to say names, it rhymes with Islam, will subvert the
It rhymes
Constitution.
with Islam. It is Islam. What you mean it rhymes?
But so,
You did it on purpose.
so basically, we have to be wary of religions that will force all of us to believe a certain way. That we have a problem with. Okay, so the Crusades were a response to Islamic conquering, and so the Crusades were basically a backlash against Islam trying to take over the world. That's what that was. The Inquisition is not in the Bible. If you study the New Testament, it has absolutely nothing to do with Christianity.
You're ignorant.
I'm sorry?
I just want to know, do you think you're
You believe in
ignorant?
chain reaction.
Yes and no, but we control our response to situations.
We control our
Do you
response.
feel that you're ignorant to certain situations?
Do you think that you get angry at things that
Don't
people
lose my
make you
purse.
angry, or that you choose to be angry?
I bet I could make you angry.
Hey, what if I tried to tickle you? Would that make you angry?
We all
Do you
choose to
think
be angry.
that black people got to this point for no reason? Do you believe that it's a chain reaction, like we're here for something?
I believe that the media has heavily fed a narrative to
media does.
control. Because did you know 9 out of 10 black Americans voted for Democrats this past election?
Yes.
Now, since 1973, 17 million black babies have been killed by abortion by the Democrats, who were for slavery and for segregation. Did you know
There are
that?
more black people do have abortions. That is true.
I mean,
So basically, they're committing genocide.
What is like when you
That's what you consider as
In some things, but not totally. I'm against the Iraq war.
Are you against first trimester abortion?
I think the minute that sperm hits that egg, it's a baby. So it's like so a woman, she has
You think an embryo?
Oh, here we go.
absolutely. And the woman has a right to choose who she sleeps with. And in the cases of rape, which is like 2%,
that's a valid point. That is a
You know
valid
that
point.
one out of 3 women is raped at some point.
okay, and that comes from porn because the rape rate tripled
No,
since
that's
we
been
introduced
before
porn.
porn.
No. The rape rate has tripled since porn was introduced.
Also not wrong.
The porn industry.
Okay, no, it wasn't invented. He's saying
That's
that
where
it
rape comes.
went-
Our rape culture comes from
You think
porn.
rape comes from?
When you
You
watch
think there
porn,
wasn't
it's
rape
like
before
80% involves
No, that's not what he's
physical
saying.
violence towards women or cursing it.
That's very true.
What's that? 80%. It is very bad.
It's true. It is true.
But correlation is not.
And the other thing is the person who watches porn is much more likely to have sex outside of marriage and have another child that does not have a father.
But why do you keep
Marriage is a social construct.
So
No, no.
really what you're talking about is the problem is men.
The problem is
The
what?
problem is the socialization of men.
Wait, hold on. I'm a man, and I
that
don't
what we're
think I
talking
have a
about?
problem with rape.
Christianity believes
Hey, are
that
we
man-
talking about the way that men are socialized?
that men have made
So
that
what is it about the construction of men and masculinity that is causing the violence? Because this is a man's show out here. Men fighting men
So men
with
are,
a bunch of men with police badges ready to beat everybody up.
well, men are physically
So
stronger
what
than women.
is it?
You are in my hair, fam.
So we are hunters. Women are the hunted.
This is my microphone. I apologize.
Men, we see better than we think. Men give love to get sex. Women give sex to get love. That's the way we're formed. So we're basically there's big differences between us.
But then we're not supposed to have sex then.
And exploitive violence doesn't enter into that. You don't think that the patriarchal culture of extraction, exploitation, might makes right. You take what you want. The rule of law or the rule of might? What we saw out here was a flagrant display of macho, hyper masculinity that is about to get us bombed at North Korea because one crazy macho dickhead versus another crazy macho dickhead is going to get us all blown up. I would encourage you to examine how we are socializing our young men, how our military. Because if you want to talk about rape and porn, you need to go talk to some military.
So I'm curious, how many history books did you read on your own outside of college before you were 25?
She's a history teacher.
Okay, but how many history books before you were 25 outside of college did you read?
But I can't answer that. That's too many.
Did you read? Can you name 10 founders today?
I'm sorry.
10 founders of what?
America.
Yes, I can.
Go ahead.
I'm not here to be tested
Go
by
ahead.
you.
Why do you always go off on a tangent?
Okay.
But why do you always go off on a
Really?
tangent?
Really?
Wait.
Wait. You know what? I can do this. But I gotta say, it's not a very skillful diversion, brother.
I'm doing it on purpose. Go ahead.
All right, you want to talk about John and Samuel Adams? You want to talk about Hancock? You want to talk about? But see, this is a stupid exercise. But go ahead, Jefferson. We could talk about Washington. We could talk about. I can't remember who I already named. Roger Morgan. We could talk about.
He was a founder.
What?
Roger Morgan was.
He signed.
No.
He's a signer.
No.
Declaration of Independence.
No.
Look it up. Look it up.
Whatever. You know what?
Hey, Google.
That's fine. Right. And your point is what?
My point is that the lack of people actually studying history on their own, outside of schools, outside of the media, is why we are having these conversations.
But you know
because
what?
is it? Let me answer me this:
History is
is it easy to control people who know a lot, or to control people who know a little?
Okay. But
What
you
is it?
didn't answer
No,
my
I-
question,
I-
so
You just
why
took
would
it on
I?
a diversion every time.
You
someone
just
says
diverted
something.
against that.
Because I have to show you
Because
where the question is.
I know exactly where it's coming from. I'm asking about the relationship between